Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. We're going to break down everything that happened in the Giants versus Texans game where the Giants ended up 7-2, heading on to take on the Detroit Lions next week. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We're almost at 19,000 subscribers. If you love the Giants, you bleed Giants blue, hit that sub button. And if you're happy about the win, you're happy about being 7-2, happy about beating the Texans, make sure you go down right now and like this video. Yo, shout out to the real ones. You're watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green, a victory video. The Giants are 7-2, heading into week 11 of the NFL season after they just beat the Houston Texans 24-16. It was a back and forth game. Giants came out really strong, scored. Before that, they forced a 3-and-out on the first drive of the game against the Houston Texans. They go down and score. We're up 7-0 very quickly. And then the Giants get a 4th-and-1. And a QB sneak is called. But the backup offensive lineman jumps off offsides because the Giants put 8 O-linemen in the game. And then after that offensive lineman jumped off sides, it kind of got a little weird. Like, the game got weird. Texans kicked a field goal, but came back and forth. The Giants had a chance in the first half to stop this game out and make it a blowout. They didn't, but they found out to get a win. Davis Mills. Is this the worst 319-yard game of all time? I felt like there wasn't an impact at all. Dameon Pierce had some big plays, 94 yards. Nico Collins had that touchdown, beat Fabian Morrow on that stop and go. Daniel Jones was efficient, guys. He didn't turn the ball over. He made plays when he had to. Didn't do too much running today, but made some big plays with his legs as well. 13-17, 197 yards, 2 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley, the MVP of the day. I mean, look at the stats on screen right here. 35 carries, 152 yards, and a touchdown. I said it all week long. The Texans have the worst run defense in the National Football League, but I said feed Saquon early and often. I think 35 carries is probably a little much. I know the Giants have him on a contract year, use the running back, but 35 carries is a little much. Would have liked to seen a little bit more Matt Breida. Honestly, I would have liked to seen Gary Brightwell get some carries, but at the end of the day, I can't complain. 35 rushes, 152 yards, 1 touchdown, had a long run of 27 yards. I thought Saquon was good today. He was great. I thought he was going to break off a couple of runs. He played well, took care of the ball. He was great. So I'll ask you, who was the Giants' MVP against the Texans today? Who was the Giants MVP? I'd go Saquon. You can go Jones. You can go the defense. Leonard Williams played great. Dexter Lawrence played great. He had like 5 QB hits. He was great. Sound off, let me know. Who was the Giants MVP? You could go James C. as well. We'll tell you a little bit about James C. in a second. But first, let's take a look at some overall stats for the Giants. 367 total yards, 176 passing yards, 191 on the ground. That was the key for me in my preview. Key to victory, run the ball early and often. And they did that. 191 yards. Giants were good. 50% on 3rd down. That's really good. That's play calling. Penalties, only 5 for 24 yards. It was just a couple plays that kind of made this not a blowout. Jumping off sides, the terrible punch. You punted 2 times in enemy territory. At the end of the day, though, you won. You can't really complain. The Giants are 7-2. If you're proud about being 7-2, comment 7-2 down below right now. I do want to tell you about our proud sponsor today, Established Titles. Today's Giants Now video is sponsored by Established Titles. Established Titles is a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping global reforestation efforts. It is a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in English. Title packs give you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land with a unique plot number on a private estate in Edelston, Scotland, and an official certificate with a crest. We plant a tree with every order and work with global charities. 1 tree planted for the future to support global reforestation efforts. You can officially include the title Lord or Lady on your credit card, plane ticket, dating profile, etc. It makes a great last-minute gift. And plus, the first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link will effectively be next to my plot within a few minutes of walking distance. Depending on how many of you want to become a Lord or a Lady, we can build our own little Giants Now Real One Kingdom. It makes an amazing last-minute gift. Established Titles is actually running a massive early Black Friday sale right now with discounts up to 80% off. If you use the code CHAT, you get an additional 10% off. Go to establishedtitles.com/chat to get your gift now and help support the channel. Grab a plot of Scottish land next to me, Lord Marshy, and Lord Nick Roloff, being the MVP of today, getting everything up on screen, being a great producer. Get hooked up, Established Titles, establishedtitles.com/chat. That link will be in the comments and description of today's show. Let's take a look at what Danny Dimes did today. I thought he played well. The touchdown pass to Darius Slayton, where he evaded the sack and found a way to just get the ball off and get the ball in a guy's hands that's extremely fast, was impressive. It turned into a 50-yard touchdown. Hats off to Daniel Jones. I didn't see him make any bad throws. I didn't see him make any bad decisions. I was impressed. I honestly wish the Giants would have thrown the ball a little bit more, to be quite frank with you. I thought this could have been a blowout if they'd thrown the ball more. And you win by 8 points in the NFL. That's a pretty big win. 2 TDs for Danny Dimes. I thought he played well. I do want to give a big shout out to our Week 10 MVP, James C., my guy rocking the Odell Beckham Jr. jersey. We had a super chat goal. The biggest super chatter becomes the MVP of the show. And my guy, James C., sent in $225 in a donation to the channel. James C., thank you for being a real one. Thank you for being a supporter. You're my guy, the MVP. We're going to show James love all week long, every single video this week. James C., show him some love in the comments for being a real Giants Now Real One. Darius Slayton, just talked about it a couple of seconds ago, had that 50-yard touchdown. And Rolly, if you want to chime in here, producer Rolly, I'd love to have your thoughts and opinions. That play where Daniel Jones looked like he was going to take a sack, and he found a way to not just evade the sack, but get the ball off and it result in a 50-yard touchdown. It's one of the better plays because you don't really see Daniel Jones make off-scheduled throws like that.
Yeah, I said it on our watch party. It looked like he was going to take a sack, but he was able to make something out of nothing, get it to Slayton running a drag route, and then let his wide receivers do the work. Slayton made the catch, made a man miss, and raced 50 yards down the sideline for a touchdown. That's all you got your quarterback. That's all you got to do. Get the ball in the hands of your playmakers and let them work. DJ did that. We already showed his stats earlier. Efficient, almost 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers.
If he doesn't miss that one throw to Slayton, Slayton might have had 130 yards receiving.
Yeah, and DJ would have been closer to 250.
Yeah.
That was a big miss.
That was probably the worst play of the game from DJ.
Yeah, but
he had a good game.
If that's your worst play,
it's okay.
You're doing something.
Because you're not turning the ball over. Look, Slayton, 3 for 95. He played well. I mean, I don't even want to talk about Kenny Golladay right now because I don't need to. I think everybody watching right now knows what happened with Kenny Golladay today. I don't know if he has it anymore. I don't know if he has it. I mean, the Giants, I don't even want to talk about Golladay. Texans stats today, Giants held him to 387 yards, 286 passing, 101 rushing. That's huge because the Texans are one of the best rush offenses in the NFL. Dameon Pierce is an absolute stud. They held him to 3 of 10 on third downs, 7 penalties for 40 yards. I mean, Dameon Pierce, a guy that's been one of the rookies of the guys running in the Rookie of the Year, 17 carries for 94 yards. That's pretty good. But at the end of the day, he broke off a 40-yard run. Take away the 40-yard run, and the Giants kind of held Dameon Pierce in check a little bit. I mean, when you look at what Davis Mills did as well, 319 yards, but I don't remember one big throw that Davis Mills made. I don't remember one big throw that changed the dynamic of the game. I felt like Davis Mills played good, but he didn't play good enough to win the game. I mean, here's some other stats as well for the Giants. Isaiah Hodgins had 2 big catches, 41 yards, had 2 first downs. Tanner Hudson had 3 for 24. Wandale had 2 for 20. had that rush for -5 yards, which got kind of wild. Lawrence Cager had that touchdown, first drive of the game, new to the team, second game of the year. Brian Dable, Mike Kafka, Wink Martindale. I'll continue to say it. I think they're one of the best coaching staffs in the NFL, and I'm happy that they're my head coaches. Those guys are freaking good at coaching football because they got this team to 7-2. Enjoy it, Giants fans. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, youtube.com/Giants TV. We put out videos every single day on the latest Giants news and rumors. We go live every single Wednesday, and we go live for every single game day. Make sure you go down right now and hit that big red button. One more time, we'll take a look at the stats, and I'll give you some defensive stats as well. Leonard Williams was unstoppable today. 9 tackles, had a half a sack, had a QB hit. Julian Love stepping in for Xavier McKinney as the defensive play caller, had 7 tackles. Fabian Morrow got beat for that touchdown, but outside of that, I thought he played really good. Adoree Jackson was lights out today, had 6 tackles, 2 pass breakups. Really good. Jalen Smith was good. He had that recovered fumble. Giants didn't do anything with it. Dexter Lawrence played good as well. He had 5 QB hits. Your nose tackle, Dexter Lawrence, had 5 QB hits. The guy's playing like an all-pro. Jihad Ward had 2 QB hits. O'Shane Zimenez had a QB hit. Not too much from Kayvon Thibodeaux today. Had 4 total tackles. Dane Belton had that interception. Micah McFadden almost had an interception. He dropped it. Ended up being a catch. At the end of the day, though, your defense played their ass off. They did. Defense played their ass off. They continue to do that. The New York Football Giants are 7-2. You still got to play the Lions. Still got to play the Commanders twice. You still get to play the Colts. Still get to play the Vikings. Get to play the Cowboys once and the Eagles twice. Is it out of line to say this team could win 12 games? I don't think it is. As always, I appreciate everyone that makes New York Giants now a part of their day today. If you haven't yet, hit that sub button. And if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and comment a real one down in the comment section